episode of Plasticon Reviews is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Remember, save the polar bears this winter. It's giveaway time again. Oh yes. We're not done yet. It's still the holidays. So, I want to thank everybody, by the way. Everybody that has been checking out my stuff. Thank you. You guys have been helping me out a lot. I've been trying to put a lot of time and effort into these videos for you guys, so that way you guys will be entertained. Because everybody goes to YouTube for entertainment. And knowledge. And knowledge is power. And entertaining just makes us laugh. But anyhow, like I said, I've got another giveaway. Yep, still have some. For every 50 subscribers, like I said guys, from the first video. The next 50 I get, this thing goes out again to somebody. Some lucky winner. Yes, I do know they're on the pegs. But you guys aren't paying for it, so why not enter? Also, I've got another. Yes. More stuff. Lego Series 5. Got a ton of these. Giving out one of those per each runner-up. Oh, then I'll also be letting you guys see what we got. Got a school dude. Conquistador. One of the British Royal Guards. Got an Eskimo who's got a fish. Also, we've got some dude that's got an axe. He's chopping down trees. Christmas trees, guys. Come on. Sick-minded people. Anyway. Got a person here. He's got a monkey. And he's got a banana. And then we got this dude here in a Godzilla suit. We got Cave Girl. Dude's gonna throw a pie in your face. This clown is gonna throw a pie in your face. We also got this girl here that likes to work out with her moon box. Got, looks like Sherlock Holmes. Got a dwarf. Yes, dwarf. For all you Lord of the Rings fans out there. By the way, I'm not opening these blind packs to find out which one it is, so just have to guess and see what it is when you get it. Just letting you guys know what's in the box. Got Rocky. Cleopatra. Yes, as a gangster. And you know what's so awesome about this gangster? Because he's a real gangster. You know why? He's even got this guitar case that you can actually hide his gun in. And then we got Snowboard Dude. So anyhow, if you guys want to get a chance to probably win one of these little guys out of this blind pack, or win one of these, you have to like, share, and comment. Also, check me out on Twitter, check me out on Facebook, and you guys help support the Transformers community and the Lego community, because you know why? Because we're huge. We're geeks, every one of us, so we all enjoy this kind of stuff. So anyhow, you guys have a happy holiday, and this has been Plasticon, and this is me, signing off. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Peace, peace, peace. Peace and love, yeah.
Dude, I told you to call an exterminator because of the bug problem. And you called this guy here. What is wrong with you?
This guy will do a pretty good job.
Dude. You have no idea what I've been working on.
I don't even want to know what you've been working on.
Make this guy look like a dweeb. I'm out.
Welcome back to yet another Plasticon review. Today, we are going to cover a little bit of Victory stuff. Yes, Transformers Victory, if any of you guys have ever watched it. Because you know what? If you haven't watched it, you're missing out. Do it. Do it now. Oh, by the way, it is in Chinese. Not Chinese, Japanese. God, what's wrong with me? It's late. need more Coke. Anyway. It is Japanese. And it is awesome. And we all love that kind of thing. So, let's check out a little bit of G1 goodness. Well, knockoff style. And I will get to a few points on this, because we are covering Generation 1 Landcross today. Let's do this, shall we? Here we go. Here is Landcross, also known as Multi-Force. These guys came out late Generation 1 in Japan. It's the only place you're ever going to see them. Very, very, very rare and obscure sets. If you try to purchase like an actual set of these, like the real ones, they're a little bigger. Yeah, they're about, I would say size comparison, they're about that big. Actually, I'll be right back. The maniacal Megatron, up to no good again with his battle-ready armor with blasting cannons of action and launching catapult. The heroic Optimus Prime, back also with another battle-ready base with launching catapult and blazing gun action. Collect them all. These bot shots are ready to fill up your stockings, and I guarantee you cannot go wrong. So let's send these suckers into action. Bot shots brought to you by Hasbro. Batteries not included. I'm back. I've got another knockoff. I have actually two different knockoffs of this. I have an oversized, well, I'm going to say oversized because this is about the size they actually were. And then these undersized ones. If you notice, the size difference is fairly apparent. The great thing is about these is these will actually scale with your Micromasters better. This one, not so much. Now there is a downfall to these guys. They don't have rolling wheels. This knockoff does. But there is a problem with this knockoff. This knockoff has one bot that actually does the real gimmick. This one actually has two. So you know why I suggest this one? I'll show you why. Anyhow, let's move him at the picture. Let's move on and start reviewing these guys, shall we? Let's start out the day with Dash, the little red car. Here's Dash. It's like a, I don't know, I'm really not sure what kind of car this is, or what kind of car it actually is supposed to be. It's very, very, very 80s looking because it's very boxy, which is kind of neat. I actually like it. But it does not have rolling wheels at all. But the cool thing is you're actually able to store every part of Landcross on the car modes, or the all mode. It's pretty neat. Take this fist portion here off, which is supposed to be a laser cannon because it does have a laser cannon on it, and it plugs in a little post right there on top. Next thing, very simple transformation on these guys, by the way. And if you actually had the real ones actually do 36 different combinations. Yes, I said 36. Don't ask me. It's a big number. But these guys actually all supposed to have one little gimmick. A gimmick where the head, not supposed to be sticking out like this. It's supposed to actually push in. The head's supposed to push into the chest and pop out the bottom. Because these guys are supposed to become pants. Or arms. A lot like Energon. If any of you guys remember those. It's so weird. But these are the guys that actually inspired that. So if it wasn't for the Landcross, you wouldn't have had Energon the way it was. Actually, Landcross pulls it off better, honestly. I think. But then again, I'm a G1 fan. Always have been, always will be. And I love G2 for all those haters out there too. So, get over it. Anyhow. These guys all have the same transformation, honestly. Very simple. Pull this up, just like so. Move his little arms up, and then you split this portion here apart.
And then you flip this up like this up like this, and then you got the duck walk. And you flip him forward. It's like so. Yes, I know, it looks like he's got ginormous feet. It's because these feet also support the weight of another bot that will actually plug into the top. Now, if you actually had the real one, this actually does have the hole, but the head doesn't pop in. That's very sad. I really wish they would have just went full on with these little smaller ones. They would have made a lot more money on these. They did. Because these aren't bad. Actually, the plastic quality is on these. It's not bad. I've had one problem where I've had one peg pop off. But that's apparently going to happen on waiver because of the way they put them on there. Should have just did the fold up thing, but I'll get onto that in a few minutes. Anyhow, that is Dash in his robot mode. I'm going to leave him in this mode so that way I can show you guys the crazy combination stuff. Let's move on to... Let's do tackle. Very orange truck. Very blue camper. Very big blaster. Pop the blaster off. Holds on with those two pegs, those two holes. Oh, by the way, there's really not a big difference between this and the actual G1s. Honestly, it really isn't. It's downsized and it's got a couple things they nixed on a couple of these guys that they should have just kept with. But anyway, he's got a head sticking out, just like Dash. Can't push it in. Does have the hole and peg. And move this up. This is like this. Just like this. And this is where it's sad. This does not split in half. Because this is supposed to be able to split in half, and then you're able to fold one of these out and fold out the other, and then bam, you got another set of legs or arms or whatever you're going to try to do with it. That's the only bad thing about it. But they don't have much of a head sculpt at all. None of them really do, because they're so tiny. There we go. Let's be able to look at that. Got a bit of flash sticking up on this one. I should have trimmed. That's just me being lazy and not going through on these guys. But they're not bad. Pretty cool little bot. But there we go. There's Tackle in robot mode. Now let's confuse you and do Tacker. Here's Tacker. Why they couldn't have called him Tanker. Anyway, he's a tank. It's like a little APC. Pretty neat. And by the way, if you guys know anything about Victory, these guys are the ones that actually pretty much helped guard the base where Countdown was. Because Countdown was this big gigantic rocket base, and these guys kind of inhabited it, so pretty neat. Anyhow, it's got this big cannon here you can pull off. Same thing as Tackle. Same identical transformation. Just like that. Does not split here. Really wished it did. So give a good look at the head sculpt. There we go. And there he is in robot mode. Oh. It's because I didn't. I should have. There you go. Good look at the head sculpt. Moving on. Let's move on to Mock. Yes, Mock. It's a space shuttle. It's a small one, but it's a space shuttle. Anyway, it's got this laser cannon here on the side. Now, if you actually had the real one, this laser cannon has little peg holes in it. Yeah, the real one, they actually combined all together to make the big gigantic gun for Landcross. Sadly, stuck with that. Why they couldn't have included those, do not know. Anyhow, it's got this head sticking out because he's got visible head syndrome as well. got this big base here on the bottom. Well, this base comes off, because that becomes the chest of Landcross. I like the idea that they actually integrated the chest into the wings for an all mode. I mean, that's ingenious. Sorry, I mean this is kind of cool that they actually integrated all this stuff. But anyway, going to transform him real quick. He has little arms that move up. Then you move this down just like so. Split these apart. Put this down and up, down and up. Rotate them. And there you go. There's Mach in robot mode. Good look at the head sculpt. Yes, I know he's got this ginormous thing sticking out of his chest and then these platform shoes. Kind of cool though. I don't mind it. It's kind of proportional if you look at it. It's really weird. Do you like him though? It's pretty neat. Oh, by the way, this color scheme is spot on to Generation 1. Just to let you know. So if you don't have the money, like this insane amount of money that they want like, I think the last time I checked, $300 to $400 on eBay for a complete set of these guys in G1, and they're this size. It's a big pill to swallow. Although, I mean, it would be neat to actually have the real ones, but they also scale a little too large for your Micromasters, and these guys actually scale perfect, so sacrifice. But anyhow, there he is in his robot mode. I'm going to leave him just like this so I can show you another gimmick in a minute. Let's move on to Waver. Here's Waver in his hydrofoil mode. If you guys don't know what a hydrofoil is, it's a boat that has skis that literally lifts up out of the water and skims across the top of the water. There you go. There's your lesson for the day. Anyhow, he's got this big blue platform thing here on the back. Will come off. Just pegs in through this. These two little bits. That's pretty much the chest of or the crotch of Landcross. It just kind of plugs into the back of this. Basically makes blue stick out so that way it looks like he's going across water. Use your imagination. Come on, guys. This is Generation 1. Anyhow, it's gun, aka fist, comes off. Hold on by that peg right there. He's a pretty neat little boat. I actually like him. It's kind of cool. Now this guy does have the gimmick. This one and the leader has the gimmick. And I will show you guys that gimmick here in a minute. But let's transform it into robot mode real quick. So what you do is you will pull them apart. Just like so. Put these down and out. Down and out. And these, I mean, you can, that's about all articulation you're really going to get other than this. Oh my god, he doesn't have a head. Well, guess what? He does actually have a head. Unfortunately, on every one of these, so I'm going to split this apart. This guy's head has two heads. It's got one here and one here. Yes, I know, make the joke now. Ha ha ha. Anyway. You push this out, just like so. And by the way, if you actually had all the G1's versions of this, it will do that. There he is. Robot mode. Pretty neat. Do you like it? Now, let's get on to gimmick time! Remember Dash? Well, he is a pair of legs. Stuck as a pair of legs because of this. If he had the gimmick, he could become arms. Anyway, since he is a pair of legs right now, we are going to flip these up, just like so. We're going to push the head in and back out the bottom to reveal a different head. Then we're going to take these two peg in that hole, same here. Now we're going to plug them up Try to plug them. If they'll work. They don't want to work! No! Oh. Let's hope to God I don't break nothing there. Yeah. Yes, I'm doing that on camera because I need to move those back. Because you kind of need to do that, actually. Both of them. I don't know why I didn't think of that first. Anyway. Yeah, plug the one onto the other one. Maybe. This is tight. It doesn't like to do this much. Probably need to do some shaving here before I break something. You know what? I'm not going to push it on there all the way, but I will show you what it should look like. Oh, God. Yeah, I love when G1 acts up. I was trying to see why it's not fitting. It's just really weird. It should just fit right in there, but it's not doing it. Anyway, if you do get these, you do have to do a little bit of trimming, but honestly, this is what it's supposed to do. This becomes arms, this becomes legs. Like I said, if you actually had the G1, you can do this combination with every one of these. Imagine, like I said, 36 different combinations. But, pretty neat. Do like it. Yeah, I know I didn't plug it in all the way. Well, you know what? We're going to be going to Landcross here in a second, so he doesn't go there. He goes elsewhere. But anyhow, there he is in his combo mode. Now, let's move on to the leader of the group, Winger. It's Winger. Winger. Wing. 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 Like a wing. Winger. Make the jokes. Anyway. This is the robot head. It's supposed to be like extra rocket boosters. Whatever. It's supposed to be like powered up jet mode extra rocket booster. I'm going to go faster. Use your imagination. Anyway. Very simple transformation. I do like the little jet, by the way. It's kind of cute. I see what it had a little longer wings, but if you had longer wings, this would not actually work. Anyhow, push this up. Fold his feet forward. Split this apart. Push his little arms up and fold this back. There we go! Headless robot mode! Anyway, like I said, this one's got the same gimmick. It's got to push the head up. Like so. If I can ever get this head to go all the way up. It doesn't want to. Never does. Actually, I think that is all the way up. Yeah, it is. Anyhow, there's Winger in robot mode. Pretty neat. Do you like him? He does have the same gimmick as Waver. Plug them together any way you want. But let's go ahead and start this guy off into Landcross mode. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's combination time!
Come back here, you bug! I got you now! Come back here! Ha 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 ha! Exterminate this! Come back here, you bug! Come back here! Come back here! I'll get you yet! Ah, where did he go? I can't find him! Where did he go? Oh god, oh god, oh god! Oh god, oh god, get it off, oh god, no, oh god! Okay, I give up. I give up. I give up.
Good hit! God, it's hot.
Why don't you turn on the AC?
I can't, it's busted.
Well, in that case, why don't you give these guys a call?
Break his air conditioning?
Oh yeah, man, they're great. They've been around for 34 years. Family owned and operated, and they're licensed and insured.
Do you do good work?
They do great work. Customer service is #1 in these guys' book. They're prompt, and they have a huge inventory for anything you might need.
I'm calling them right now. That was quick.
Don't worry, guys, I got this. You ready to beat the Florida Heat?
Come on. Come on. Hit him. Hit him. Come on. Yeah, come on. Where are you going? Hit him. Yes. Yeah. You man.
Yes, it's combination time. Let's get this thing started. So, first off, we're going to take waiver. We're going to push this head down. Then we are going to rotate this around, like so. Rotate this around like so. And then you can, you really can't push them in. Kind of wished you could and get a little more stability, but it doesn't really work that way. And then you can just kind of kick these little boogers here back. There we have a lower torso. Now, take wing. Wing, we're just going to take back together. Push all the way back together. Pull those arms backward. And then we're going to, this is something tricky here, you got to remember. These have to be in this position. The reason being is if you do it the other way, that sticks out. So that's something you have to remember with these. Even happens with the G1 version, because those have to kind of line up. Then you're going to take that peg and that hole right there. This is going to work a lot better on this one than it did the other one, because these actually fiddle together more than the other ones. They plug together just like so. Don't fall apart here. There we go. There we have a torso. So, let's continue on. Let's talk about these tabs. This tab sticking out right here, right? I do not have one on here. Well, that's because it's basically held on by literally no plastic at all. It's like it's magically hanging there because it literally has no plastic holding it. It's not very well reinforced. Now, if you actually had the original one, you notice there's a hole there. And there's a hole there. It's actually supposed to have little flip-up tabs that actually come up, so it would hold better. Yeah, I know they're cutting corners because this is a knockoff, but they still, I think they could have at least engineered that in. Probably wouldn't even cost them not even half a cent to do that. But with the unfortunate thing of that happening, that bit broke off inside him. But I'm just leaving it in there because it helps out with the stability. So, I'm going to move these down. And then push that down just like so. Then, flip them around this way. We plug him into the bottom of waiver. Just like this. Just like that. As you can see, we got a leg. Going to do the same with him. So push him all the way back down into vehicle mode. And then we plug it in same way on the other side. I always suggest when you plug these in, push in this side first and then this, so that way it'll kind of push in, because this is where that tab is that will break off. It is a problem, but what do you expect? I mean, this is a knockoff version of it. If you actually had the real version, I would probably think the tabs would hold a little better, but I really haven't had the real version in my hand, but I have compared the crap out of this to the original one, and honestly, this isn't bad. Like I was saying, if you don't have the money to purchase one of these things in the aftermarket that is the original one, go for the knockoff. Knockoff's pretty cheap. If you've never had this mold in your hand, it's not bad. You should pick it up. It's not really a bad G1. But anyway, we got 2 holes on the bottom. And take these blaster cannons that they had. These are both identical, so it doesn't matter which side you push it on. But push those in just like that. And push this in just like that. And there we go. We got some feet. Next thing we're going to do, we got 2 bits here sticking out. This bottom one here is the one that you actually plug this crotch piece over on. Like that. And we're going to move on to the arms. These both form arms. Basically what I do is I will leave these sticking out backward instead of forward. I actually put them backward. Then the next thing I do, because this has a hole here and does not have one there, this right here actually becomes the arm. I will maneuver this so that way I actually have articulation like this. And this part here I will just condense down and bring it up slightly like that. Now you do have a hole and peg. Plugs in here. Plug them in just like so. And there we go. Now I'm going to take one of these fists, this fist right here, just to let you guys know. These do look like they're flipping you off, but it's a ginormous cannon mounted on the back of the hand. This is something they started doing during Victory and Master Force. I don't know what the purpose was. Was it to save plastic? I don't know. In the actual cartoon, I don't even think I remember them even having this sticking out, but they might. I have to go back and look. But I just think it's weird. They could have dealt without that. I think it's kind of odd. But that's just my own nitpick. But anyway, can do that. That would give him arm articulation. By the way, this guy does not have bad articulation at all when he's combined together. He's actually one of the better combiners when it comes to articulation. He doesn't have a knee joint, but at least he's got this. That's more than most of them do. And these actually go out too, and that's sometimes can cause a problem. But what do you expect? Even the original one does this, so really no loss there. Take Mach, do the same thing with him. When you turn him this direction, basically face the fin out. This, spin it all the way around, just like that. And then this portion here, I just leave sticking out like this because it's got the hole. Actually, take that back. Flip it the other way, and turn it that way. And then you can actually do this. The reason why is if you do it the other way, this portion right here will be like knocking against stuff. Plus it kind of gets in the way of trying to put the gun in hand and all that. It's kind of a bear. But there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put the little laser cannon into his hand. So that way we get that done. And then plug him on. Just like dash. And there we go. Now we got these two posts here that were sticking out that I was talking about earlier. Those will actually plug into the two holes in the back of this. These are fairly easily too. It's not like a big force or anything like that to put on there. Then you get two holes here on the top. I'm going to take the head, plop it right on top. And there we go. There we have Landcross, KO version, miniature sized. It's not too big. I actually like the idea that he's not some big ginormous robot. Although if you actually had the original, it kind of scales with your G1s, which is kind of nice. But then again, this is better because it's supposed to be Micromaster size, guys. But anyhow, so you get a good look at the head sculpt. It's pretty cool. I do like him a lot. He is one of my favorite knockoffs I've bought. Basically because he's got so many different things you can do with him. And I like bots that have a lot of playability. I'm not big into the whole, oh, it's going to have silly articulation, or it's going to be so accurate, it's not even funny. And it's kind of like whenever I bought my Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. I absolutely love that bot. He's got a lot of playability. He doesn't fall apart. It's Scramble City, and it's a modern combiner. I know a lot of people complain about it because, oh, it's got hollow bits, or a tab could break off, or this, that, or the other. Well, that can happen with any Transformer, guys. Any of them. So, honestly, if you take all those and put it aside, and yes, I'm going to bring up the economy again, because everybody has. Deal with it, people. Just deal with it. Have fun with what we get. Could be worse. We could be not getting any. And everybody remembers the dry spell. So. Anyhow, there we go with Victory Landcross. Let's do a quick size comparison with Peekaboo's Prime here. Yeah, he's a little taller. I'd say he's about a Voyager size figure. The original would come up to about here. So. Not a big difference. Just because I was talking about Bruticus earlier, and he is in the holiday spirit as well. Let's bring him back here. And obviously, you can tell. Modern Combiner, G1. Some movie-verse stuff, you guys. But, not bad. Overall, decent bot. Now, on to my recommendations. Like I said, if you don't have the money to drop on the original, go for the knockoff. If you've never had one of these in your hands to even play with, buy the knockoff. It's cheap. It's easy. You break it, okay, you're out maybe 20 bucks. But honestly, that's like $20 you could spend on a pizza, I guess. Think about it. Or a case of beer, or whatever the heck you guys drink, or whatever. I don't do that myself, but it's just one of those things. I think, you know, if you're willing to drop the money on plastic, drop 20 bucks on one, try it out, see if you like it. If you don't like it, give it to a friend. If you buy it and you actually enjoy it, you want to save up to get the real one, do it. I don't ever discredit anybody for doing that. Honestly, there's a lot of times I bought a knockoff version, turned back around, bought the real one. Why? Because the knockoff was so good that it influenced me buying the real one. Because sometimes you don't have the money to be able to drop like $200 to $300 on a figure here and there. I mean, I did take a risk with this guy, considering I heard all the QC issues with the San Diego Comic-Con, but I was like, I still want this thing. Why? Because it's cool. It's a modern combiner, and I'm a big combiner freak. I love combining robots. Probably you can tell because of my reviews. I'm really into those. I think they're really neat. But anyway, let's go and get Bruticus to stand back up here again. Let's hope he doesn't fall on his face. He usually doesn't fall down. He's pretty stable. It's another reason why you should buy him. But anyhow, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another review. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. And do not ever forget to support the Transformers community. This has been Plasticon, and this is me signing off. Peace out, guys.